Hey everybody, so this is an impromptu intro to this video, making this at the end of it. We had no idea it was going to be this long. The video is exceptionally long. If you guys want to listen to it fast forwarded or whatever you want to do that, or skip around or whatever you want to do. No hard feelings. We were hanging out. We enjoyed 2 good blends. Yeah, like, don't know how long this is going to be after it's all edited, but it's very long. And this is my apology. I'm sorry. You've been warned. Hey everybody, it's Garrett and Katie. Back for another Thoughts on Thursday. We're both hanging out with 2 different blends. We both had some new blends that had arrived that we wanted to try. Go for it.
I have McBaron's Lakia Flake. Boom. It's tasty. So far. I am pleased.
I have Sutliff's limited or barrel aged series number 4 limited edition crumble cake. And this one is hot pressed dark fired Burley. And then after the Burley is steamed, then they add flue-cured Virginia to brighten the blend, and then it is aged in bourbon rye barrel for 3 months. I'm really interested in this one, and the way it's cut is something along the lines of the Seattle Pipe Club and what was the other one I said? Plum pudding and
Seattle? Oh, no.
I had it. It's gone now.
I know, you just were telling me about it. Why can't I remember?
That's why we can't plan these videos. It's just gone.
Why? I can blame it on the booze.
Yeah, well, I don't have booze.
You just forgot.
Well, I can show you what it's like. Because we don't have to do 100 blends.
Make it sound like it was such a thing.
There you go. Oh!
Oh! Party foul!
That sucks. One second.
Here, I'll show you mine.
Without spilling it, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm gonna repeat what you had said earlier. It's like opening Willy Wonka chocolate. It's fun.
I love McBaron tobacco just for that. The flakes.
It's like this pretty little, like you undo it like candy. I will make sure to. It's almost like sticks of gum. But it's Lakia. So pretty. It's to unwrap a present every hole you load.
Well, that was embarrassing.
Shit happens.
I don't intend to cut that out. Whatever. But I'm also not going to waste it because they're not making this anytime soon again, if they make it again at all.
We just vacuumed. There shouldn't be.
No, the floor is very clean.
It is.
And if it tastes like burnt hair, and it came from the dog.
Oh, goody.
Yeah.
There's something to look forward to.
It tastes different this time.
It tastes.
And it's floor back out.
Yeah, no, I think yesterday or the day before, should be good.
That's something I've come to appreciate post-COVID, right? A lot of things you touch and see and whatever. Like you think about the germ aspect because it was just so impressed upon all of us, right? But you go into a tobacco shop and there's the bulk tobaccos in a jar and you can just reach in and like grab some. And there's something about that that's cool to me because it doesn't matter. Because you're going to light it on fire. Like it doesn't matter.
What's the new one going around? Our next pandemic? Something pox. Some pox.
Election season pox. That's what it is.
No, we're not going there.
I know. I'm not going there. I'm bringing it up.
No, they were talking about it possibly being the next pandemic. Monkeypox. Right.
So for the rest of my housekeeping, I have my Rossi 320 Victoria was gifted to me from my buddy Nick, Trash Panda. And Katie has the Conway's Bulldog that Paul Gilson cleaned up for her.
I thought that was that one.
And it's almost every time she wants a Lakia blend, she reaches for that pipe. So I think innately this has just become her Lakia pipe, which I'm sure Paul will appreciate because he wanted that pipe.
I was actually thinking about, I think I still have a little bit of Paul's blend. I stashed it away when I started having my tooth problems.
You
Still had a little bit left. Yes. That's a good blend. That's a good mix of stuff.
That's a very rich, but it's not all just Lakia punch in the face either. This is a really, really rich blend. It comes across really well.
Well, that's funny. I didn't even consider that. I picked this one for its bowl size and stem this evening. That's the one I want to smoke.
I was really happy that one could be saved too, because
it's so pretty.
Of the estates that that were in bad enough shape where I couldn't do them myself with my little polishing wheel and whatnot, he did a tremendous job. Katie can attest to a lot of those ones that I got in this big old lot of estate pipes. A lot of them did not really deserve the effort that they got. They were fit to be put in the fire.
It's amazing to see what they've been brought back to. I love just like a starburst type of pattern. Got a little bit of bird's eye on the bottom.
Flame grain's what they call that.
Flame grain. On this one it does. It just looks like starburst. Side of the bowl. I like it. I like it. This is nice. What did I load earlier? I actually had a midday one today.
You did? Yeah, I saw that on your desk.
Oh, I still have a little bit of that, the Missouri Malta.
You have a lot more than a little bit now.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. Oh, I do? I missed a shipment? Yeah.
I will never have to want for tasty tobacco.
Do my
best. Keep me well stocked. I never have to worry about it. It is nice.
I really like this one.
Yeah?
It's
your first time having it today, right?
Yeah, I just cracked it before we started this. Yeah, no, this is some of the flavor. I didn't load a full bowl, at least not like a full packed bowl. It's very loosely packed, like if I just scooped it out, kind of loose, but it's a crumble cake, so that analogy doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should show that up. Yeah, no.
I was actually just going to ask, because I don't know if we've talked about that one. I like it as a table decoration. It's pretty cool.
So this is a pipe stand, but it's also a table decoration. We got this from James Stumbo. He makes these. You guys, anyone can get one. It's mountains. It's got a lake in there. All you got to do is reach out or just attend one of the family lives and let them know you're interested. They'll make you one.
That's pretty spiffy.
Very, very reasonable too. And it looks just like that Crystal Lake that we went to. I think it's Crystal Lake or Mirror Crystal Lake.
Yeah, this is the last one that we went to on the last camping trip with the kids.
Yeah.
I like it. Looks pretty on the table. Versatile.
Where we blew up the power steering hose.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. That was quite the arm workout for you on the way down, but it was fun.
It was alright.
It was fun.
I'd be sorry if I lost brakes and then hit somebody with a car full of kids. That's when the word sorry would truly come to mind and be justified, I would be sorry. Because the bumpers on my Jeep, they are not toys.
Your car will be fine.
Yeah,
The frame will get all bent up.
my Jeep will be fine.
The other car won't.
Yeah, whatever I hit will not be okay. And that's what you want out of a bumper, at least out of a steel bumper.
Yes.
So what were we going to talk about our thoughts on today? Was going to be, I suggested we talk about the benefits of going to Pipe Club.
Okay.
And you wanted to talk about
I just wanted to complain.
the downward spiral of the service industry.
Having spent a good many years as a member of the service industry, yeah, my standards are apparently much higher than what I have seen here as of late.
Well, something you've also noticed is that's sort of regional in our area. You go to another area where maybe, whether it be lower income or whatever, or different cultural center,
Perhaps.
cultural group.
I've noticed a difference more between like corporate establishments and not.
Well, we live in a majority, a very heavy Latino area.
Well, directly right around us, but we're also all over for work and everything else.
Well, but a lot of the restaurants we go to are predominantly staffed by our surrounding neighbors. And
All the restaurants right around us are usually pretty good. It's over by my kids' school.
3 margaritas.
That's closer to Westminster.
That was your worst restaurant experience near the house.
I passed them today and thought about that. It's like,
Me too.
the worst 3 margaritas ever.
That was bad.
We ordered the queso and they brought out just cheese. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a pain, but in the menu it lists this as coming with like chilies and jalapenos and tomato and like all of the other things. Like, this is just nacho cheese. Oh, that's how most people like it here. You're a chain, and that's not what's on the menu. That's not what I asked for.
She just meant the white people. She was just trying to be
like
nice.
Flavor.
She was trying to assume that you're one of the white people who can't handle any of that.
So then I said I like spicy, and I asked for, what was it, the tortilla soup. I swear they put like the hottest hot sauce in there just to spite me.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then not talk to us. She did not talk to us the rest of the evening.
And I ate it. Said I like spicy. I like spicy.
So on the Pipe Club.
Oh, I was going to talk about my samosas, but okay.
I'm not.
Oh yeah, no. I still need to find a good Indian restaurant that has like a buffet.
I'm okay.
No, but there's so many good things, like
I'm okay.
paneer and the curries and all the different types of naan and all the different kinds of dal, the lentil soups and stuff.
I'm a diabetic on diabetic medication, and after all the stories I've heard about people with Indian food and sensitivities, I don't need any more motivation on my internal highway to clear the freeway.
But there's so many herbs and spices they use that are not spicy, that have just so much great flavor.
I don't care.
Fenugreek is delicious with chickpeas. Like, I can cook that way, but it's a lot of work. There's a reason
what those
it's
things
expensive. Delicious herbs and spices.
You might have just said laxative. So delicious. Laxative. I don't know, and I have not heard anything about this cuisine that makes me feel confident that I won't lose water weight after eating it.
You do not respond well to all the vegetables I cook sometimes.
No.
And I can eat vegetables.
For some reason, my body is really accustomed to cheap, greasy shit food.
The American diet.
The gas station American diet.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Veggie samosas and dal, and oh my goodness, the good in Indian places that have like, if they have like 6 or 8 different types of naan bread, oh, that's a good place.
So on to Pipe Club.
I'm gonna bring some naan next time I go to Pipe Club. Garlic and cheese.
Quit trying to steer it back. It's not happening. I'm not letting it happen.
Okay. I am glad you get to go to Pipe Club as often as you do. I feel like
you could go to Pipe Club tomorrow, or not tomorrow. You could go to Pipe Club the next time, but you have specifically told me no.
Well, this week, yes, because I have stuff to do. I got plans. I've got things I want to do.
But you have the opportunity, and you could go, and I will stay here with the kids.
I have thoroughly enjoyed every time I have gotten to go with you, and it'd be us hanging out over the summer with no kids. It's been very nice. I do enjoy that.
I think the wealth of experience and taste, seeing different people's taste, and being able to sit around and sample each other's tobaccos. Like, you may not be I never was drawn to these originally because I didn't know what I liked, and I was going for things that had good descriptions that could describe flavors and profiles to me without just listing tobacco content, or could at least give me some sort of tin art that might evoke a feeling that they had around it, or whatever. Something I could justify drawing me to it. And there's a lot of tobaccos that guys bring, and they just, because they know what components they like, and that's why I started going down the Balkan Avenue after the aromatics, because they let me try some Balkans, and I was like, wow, no, I kind of dig this.
So I'm curious with how often you don't taste what's listed as the flavors and the components, if that matters as much to you anymore, since so often you don't taste the things that are listed.
Well, I've come to this conclusion so far, and I could change my mind next week if I have some sort of revelation, but I don't think that's going to happen. I've come up with an equivalent scale. Other people describe what they taste with certain components, but if they now list the components, and then I'm learning a little bit more about how those change with how the components are treated, but what I can expect with my taste, with my palate, with my taste buds, I know what to expect with those components described as such.
Okay.
Like, I know that Dark Fired Kentucky leaves me with a tinge of like the lightest peppery note, like there was a pinch of perique in there, but sometimes that is just Dark Fired Kentucky, and I'm picking that up. There's this spice, and I've described it to other people, and they look at me like I started speaking French or Swahili in the middle of my English sentence.
Swahili?
Yeah, that look.
Alright.
What? Yeah, that? Yeah, I get that.
Where's that language from? Most people say Greek or Chinese. Where's Swahili from? Love our pocket encyclopedias.
Yeah, check yours. Mine's recording us, so I can't help you. But I've developed sort of an equivalent scale so that I know what to expect. Like most recently, that Sutliff Great Outdoors, I really enjoyed it. It's a very quality Burley blend. The moisture level is really nice. It smokes really well. It's smooth and velvety, like Carter Hall had a deluxe version. And I was really enjoying it. I brought it to Pipe Club, and everyone goes, smells like root beer. And then they smoked it. It tastes like root beer. I love root beer.
I didn't think it tasted like root beer at all.
You hate all the Burleys.
Regardless of what I do or don't like for that many people to say root beer and neither of us get any hint of root beer, like, that's wild.
But we both love the taste of root beer. And I got kind of salty about that, because I was like, I love root beer.
Salty.
I really like that you guys like that, and I'm happy to share it with you. But also, as I've said in the past, screw you.
Screw you guys, go home.
I like root beer a lot, and I wish I could taste such root beer along with what I get from this, but I can't. And it's a me problem, because Pipe Club definitely eliminated any questions about that. It is a 100% me problem. Maybe we have some of the same taste bud problems.
I caught your cooties.
Probably.
Alright, so Swahili is mostly from, according to what pops up first on the Google, Southeast Africa, including Uganda, Rwanda, Comoros Islands.
Yusuf, let us know.
I
know you're watching.
I really like listening to different languages. It's Russian. I love how Russian sounds.
Yes.
I love how Russian sounds. I love how Gaelic sounds.
Yeah. I like how the Norwegian, Sweden, Normandy, that area. I love all of those. All the cold areas.
Once upon a time, had a neighbor in an apartment complex who was from Nigeria, him and his family. They were recently had immigrated over, and their food always smelled so amazing, and I loved talking to him. So he had just this thick, wonderful sounding accent. I love listening to other languages. It's pretty. It's like a different kind of music, almost. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I wish I could learn other languages, but I don't have the patience. The ads. Nope, there's too many things going on in the brain.
I can't retain it until I can apply it. That's why, I find it best to learn about automotive stuff by working on my car. That's how I learned about turning wrenches and solving automotive problems. Solving electrical problems. Actually, you can learn a lot about the basics of electrical flow if you understand plumbing. But yeah, all those I have a way of relating them in my mind. Not that they are the same, they are not. But to understand the concept is the same to me. And I haven't failed yet with the plumbing project. So,
or an electrical issue.
Nope. Haven't had a fire or nothing. I thought I did. Turned out it was just a catalytic converter.
Circling back to Pipe Club, I think what I like about it the most is different people's interests. Hunting and archery and stuff. Had some awesome conversations with some folks there about that. Leather work with another person. Awesome stories from other folks.
The ex-CIA dude.
Oh, yeah. That's cool. A little bit of different architecture stuff.
Yep.
There's a lot I know I don't know. That was a fun conversation.
Vietnam stories.
Oh, yeah.
Fun to listen to.
Yes. Yes. I like the people. It's nice to get to everybody sitting around, relaxing, like you're planning on sitting there.
I want to relate that social environment to something like family that you choose. Because it's not like, they're not all friends. Not everybody's a friend. Not everybody's there to hang out with everybody else. But you are there to share something like you would Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
And at the same time, not everybody at that table chooses everybody else at that table. You are there because you're sharing something. You're not there because you chose each other. And yet, it's a lot like family too, because as soon as drama starts to come up, you can see people make little social cues and make little changes to the conversation, and it all just sort of flows. Kind of like a family who knows what subject to not broach. It wouldn't be my family, but...
Or mine. I was going to say, how are you making that correlation? I have no experience with that.
TV
That's
families.
not real. The Brady Bunch isn't real. What's it? Home Improvement might be real.
Mm-mm.
Full House, no.
Raising Hope is my family.
Oh, I love that show. Oh.
Actually, no. Honestly, my family's a lot closer to The Ranch. It was on Netflix.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, that's closer to my brother and I's relationship, and it's a lot closer to my dad's mannerisms. My dad was very old school, very, I guess some people call him Old Testament.
1950s conservative?
He raised me like he was.
Sure sounds like he was.
My dad was very Dwayne Knowles, Dry Creek Wrangler School. He was very much of that line of thinking. Plus, like, yeah, what you see on Netflix. There were some other personality cues I could reference, but yeah, that was my family. My brother and I's interactions were very much like along those lines. And I was not the pretty boy, to be clear.
No? You sure?
No, I'm the black sheep.
Alright.
Just like my pipe.
I think my favorite episode of Raising Hope, the one that stands out the most, is the episode where, come to find out, all of their family vacations, they just gave the kid Benadryl and took pictures at different places. They're like, we can't afford vacations, so, we just drugged you and put you to sleep, and we took all these pictures and we told you these great stories, and you have all these wonderful memories. There was your gift. I'm asleep in all our vacation photos. I remember all this stuff, but it's just the stories they told. They went and snuck and took pictures on the neighbor's boat and stuff.
I won't do that.
No, I wouldn't do that. But it was a hilarious episode. Like, I get that kind of struggle, like wanting to have the experience and wanting to do the different things, but just limitations. Should watch that show again. I love rewatching shows I've already seen when I'm doing plants or crafts.
That's the beauty of having our own media server. It will never disappear.
Indeed.
This blend is tremendous. You guys don't want to buy this because you're not going to find any, because I'm going to buy all that I can find. It's really good. So that creaminess that people describe with Burley, I don't get it all that creamy, but I do get that when I smoke Burleys, I get this really smooth. Creamy isn't the right word. Textures matter to me. When you say creamy, I imagine like whipped cream. This is more smooth, like some sort of
heavy cream.
No.
I'm surprised that has Burley in it. It doesn't taste like dirt to me, so that's one I like.
It's dark-fired Burley.
That's right.
It's very smooth, like some sort of. This is going to sound counterintuitive to what I just said, but some sort of liquid version of velvet.
I was thinking like a rich brandy, like an aged, richer, higher tiered brandy.
Hot cocoa. The same mouthfeel I get as hot cocoa. Now I'm sure if we were to smoke this on our Missouri Meerschaum trip at lower altitude for a little while, I'm sure some of that will change, which I am so looking forward to. I am going to smoke like a freight train 24/7. I'll be so sad when we get home. If I can relive that South Carolina experience that I had while I was down there.
Oh, with the humidity making everything different?
Oh my, half and half. It was like, when we roasted the marshmallow fluff on top of the strawberries?
Yes.
You know how that was like pillowy to bite through?
Yes.
Imagine that with everything you smoke.
Well, I don't want to like it too much because I rather detest humidity. I don't want to live there long term.
That would be the only reason I would vote to move there.
Well, you'll be there alone. If I die first, you can go enjoy.
If you die first, who the hell's going to call the cops when I do something dumb?
Nobody calls the cops now when you do something dumb.
Not to call the cops. Who's going to call the ambulance when I do something dumb?
That hasn't happened yet.
It's coming.
Just don't do shit on the Jeep in a field with subpar jacks.
Only going to be able to walk it off so many times.
It's been a long time since you've had to put yourself in a precarious position.
Yep. What's the next house repair I have to do?
The roof. I'm going to help.
Yeah, from the ground.
I'll get up there if I have to. I'll shake and cry the whole time until I get up there. I'll be fine while I'm up there, and then as soon as I get within 2 feet of the edge, I'll freak out again. But from up there or from down there?
I'm not going through that, and I'm not putting you through that, no.
I'll do what I gotta do. I'll just cry a little. It's like... Hey, no, I'm doing the rock wall stuff with my youngest. She has been asking to do rock climbing, and through much research, I have found a couple rec centers that have very affordable rock walls. So maybe I will conquer my fear of heights.
Maybe.
If my arm muscles let me do it. We'll see.
How far are we into this?
I don't know.
Oh wow, 30 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm not done with my bowl.
Now you guys can stick with us if you want to do the whole thing.
Or we can call it quits now.
I'm down with going all the way through the bowl. I'm enjoying the heck out of this.
It's tasty. Well, it's not like we're going to get up and go anywhere. We'll still be here.
Now that Lakia flake I got that arrived along with a couple others like 2 days after Katie's dental issues. That has a year of age on it right now.
Oh yeah, September of last year.
Yep.
I did notice that when I was looking at it. It's all small words though.
But the reason I wanted to try it was because there is a vendor who has some at a very reasonable price, but you have to order a pound at a time. So there's no way I'm ordering a pound of something I don't know if we like. Just because Katie likes Lakia, she likes some Lakia blends. Not every Lakia blend. As we found out with the Odessa.
This one's good. I am pleased. I love it when the blends don't get... Granted, I don't smoke them quite like you do. I do a lot more relights, I think, than you do, but
yeah,
still a lot of different blends will the taste sometimes changes, not for the better. This one has like that nice fresh, the same taste all the way through, like that. It's not syrupy at all, because that's with more of the aromatics though. I smoke those too fast. It's not ashy. It's not.
No, it's like on the aromatics. It's like some of that casing somehow drips off and becomes some other thing at the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah, none of that.
Yeah, if you smoke an aromatic too fast, it becomes quite unpleasant.
Indeed.
Something I have noticed as of late. So through the summer, I've found out that I can smoke the Virginia blends and enjoy them, but I have to have a filter. And I found out that I can enjoy a lot more of the other blends and not have to question it if I just use a filtered pipe on everything. This wasn't, but is now a filtered pipe. But 6mm filter like it would have been if I got one brand new right now. But I was getting, at the beginning of summer, I was getting a nasally burn doing the retrohales with the Virginias and stuff. And I was sort of learning to relish in some of that. I don't get that anymore. I think I've roasted my sinuses or something.
Perhaps.
But it's now second nature, especially when I clinch, to just in through the pipe, out through the nose, in through the pipe, out through the nose, in through the pipe. I'm not quite freight training, but I'm definitely not going easy. I know that you've had quite the break since we stopped doing the 100 blends, but have you noticed any changes from when we started to now?
Mostly just that I like a lot more things than I thought I would have. In the beginning, I really didn't taste a lot of different things other than the casings on the aromatics.
But you had a flavor you wanted to chase, and that one was sort of easy, not really easy, because I don't know how they achieved that in the Dejarums, but you wanted that clove.
Oh, at first, yeah, but then I found so many more things that I like. Still think about grabbing some of those every now and then. Maybe if I didn't inhale, because I used to inhale those like cigarettes.
The Lakeland blends supposedly have clove essence, and then people pick it up, but you and I don't pick up any of that. That's that Bosun cut plug, and I do have some Coniston cut plug coming to try, because Slow-Mo Randy has a whole bunch of it, and I was telling him, like, I really need to try that stuff. And I talked with another friend on Facebook, and he also reinforced that it's another one that if I've enjoyed X, Y, and Z, which I have, should try Coniston cut. And apparently Coniston cut is different from Bosun cut, but similar in the fact that it will still have that Lakeland and clove essence flavor into it. Different tobaccos, but that same Gawith Hogarth, Samuel Gawith quality, that rich flake. I gotta stop talking, it keeps going out.
Mine's getting close to the end. I'm just about to get sleepy.
You're beating me to the bottom of the bowl? I am talking too much.
Or maybe my Lakia is just that good.
It's almost 2 full flakes in there.
Oh. It's been a long week.
I'm glad I didn't load you a half bowl.
Me too. Need to remember to be my Lakia pipe. Apparently my subconscious knows it. My consciousness knows it now.
I tried one of the Lakia blends I have waiting for you. I tried it the other day. And I don't know. I don't know if I didn't like it, because I'm pretty sure I was tasting the previous blend that had been in that pipe. So I need to try it again. But I don't really want to, because that wasn't a pleasant experience. But I also don't want to put you through that if it's bad. But I may not enjoy it, you might.
Perhaps. One where that works out is the pipe I had smoked a crap ton of Cat Black grape in. I put Cult Blood Red Moon in after. That is a fantastic combination.
Yeah, fruit punch.
Mm-hmm. It is super fruity. It's fantastic.
So I'm
The couch is eating me.
I bring to work with me every day for my lunch smoke or my on the way home smoke. I've been bringing University Flake and Sherlock Holmes. Primarily just those two. Those are my only two choices because I need to finish them. And they're not blends Katie's going to reach for, and they're not blends I'm going to reach for, but I am enjoying. And something I've been playing with Sherlock Holmes is packing it differently each time. Just trying a different method, trying a different density, and getting different flavors each time. That's been kind of nice. Kind of like when we went camping, and I would just like take a little bit of one and a little bit of the other, and just give you a bite and see if you liked it.
We need to go camping again.
With or without kids?
Well, the only option for a good long while is with kids, so I'll take what I can get. They have a great time too.
I don't think I didn't mean it to ask it literally. Figuratively, which one would you prefer, with or without kids?
That's hard because it's a completely different experience. It's really nice to get to just hang out and go at our own pace, and we're not hungry as often as the children are, so camping, preparing food is...
We're somewhat self-sufficient.
I don't know how many times I'm going to have to teach how to dig a hole to go to the bathroom.
Stop everything you're doing.
But apparently that is still not an automatic thing, even though it's been a conversation many times.
You don't want to have to stop everything you're doing to fix a rainfly that's wrapped around the side of the tent like a friggin' belt.
I mean, you didn't have to. You chose to. You could have just let it ride for a while.
It was about to rain. I don't want to listen to the whining about my wet stuff. And whatever.
So apparently without kids is the answer. I can hear it.
With kids, self-sufficient would be fine.
They're never self-sufficient.
They could be. They choose not to be.
Okay, well, how about other camping trips you've had with other adults?
You're the only other adult. You're the only person I've been camping with.
No. You had your other trip.
Oh, yeah, I went with... That's true.
Uh-huh.
I had the off-road trip.
Uh-huh. And how does that compare with children? I don't think it's necessarily that it's children. It's with different schedules on top of your own. You can't just fly by the seat of your pants to your own women fancy. Everything takes more work, except the relaxing. That's great. Just sit and chill.
That wasn't so different from camping with kids.
That's my point.
Only because we were there to film off-road footage, off-road content.
Everybody had needs that didn't align with your fly by the seat of your pants, just chillaxing.
Everybody would ask for help with something, and I'd go help them. But then when I needed help, they would look the other way.
Much like the kids.
And I don't think it was intentional, though.
It's not. They just don't know what to do.
No, with the kids, it's a clear and obvious choice.
Oh.
These guys went on about doing the things that they needed to do. They weren't being observant that someone else needed help, or was it? They weren't even listening that I was audibly asking. You could see them continuing.
Like
no, I've watched our kids look at me, look at the problem, totally capable, like you could see it in their eyes. Like, you could see them map out how to solve it, and then, can you help me? Because their brain went, I don't want to do this. I did not watch these adults do that.
Okay.
And I am observant to that.
Mm-hmm. So, the plus side of all that is...
If I ever go camping with you, and I see you struggling, I will help you. But if you see me struggling, and you walk away, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to think about...
You're going to keep doing what you're doing.
Or something. You're right, I'm too nice.
I love stargazing with my kids. Stargazing and taking them on new trails and hiking and on the Jeep. That was fun. You got to hang out and relax at camp, have your pipe. I took the kids out on a new hiking trail to see pretty things, pretty views.
Was all that as fun as when we were trying to smoke a pipe while off-roading? with the dog who was trying to climb into our laps. We both had lip pipes.
I think that was right before the tire carrier fell apart. Was it?
Oh yeah, on the maiden voyage, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I had a horrible intrusive thought while I was driving the Jeep around this morning that it was just going to fall off. I checked it every time I parked this morning to make sure it was still on, because I just had this like nagging thought on the back of my brain that like it's gonna fall off and I'm gonna be like stuck in the middle of the street trying to lift this like 200-300 pound thing up into the back of the car by myself. The lifted vehicle by myself.
The only thing that's gonna fail on there is the original welds, because that tire carrier is made of some scrap parts, a trailer bearing hinge and whatnot, and then a tire carrier that failed on another Jeep, where I cut off what it was attached to, used its structural components, and got it attached to the rest of what would work on my Jeep.
So, redneck style.
All that's going to fail, all that's left to fail now, is the original welds from when it was first made. That's it. That's all that's left.
Okay. So I worried and checked the latch and the hook and everything for nothing.
Do I need to fix that this weekend? Do I need to get that secondary clamp on there so you can feel better?
Not this weekend, no.
I'm the only person
I need to not be lazy and just reattach my battery. Take my cush cozy bass speaker Jeep.
I need to stop being cheap and quit buying tobacco, buy a headlamp switch, but I don't want to take the steering column apart.
I don't think we're going to do that, yeah, because you were saying it's going to be taking all of that stuff apart. I'm a big girl. I can reattach the battery terminal. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, one of the guides I was looking at for the recommended procedure to take that switch out, I have to take the airbag out.
No, let's not. No, yeah, I'll just stick the terminal back on. It's fine. We went over safety.
Some airbag systems are fine. This one's.
I don't trust it.
It's around that time frame when the airbags worked, even when the car was off.
So
it could just blow up in my face.
My first Jeep, the airbags didn't go off when they should have. I don't trust them at all. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. I'll reconnect the
thing is
battery.
When you're working on the airbag, your face is like right next to it.
That would hurt so bad. I think you'd lose teeth. Just like
teeth or, spinal column connection.
One of them.
Whatever.
One of them, cervical vertebrae don't line up anymore. It's fine. I saw the cutest meme about your one of the cervical vertebrae. It was on the side. It's apparently the holes in it for the nerves that come out through the side of the spinal column when it's detached, and like on the side is like a big old smiley face. It's like, look at your C7 or C6, just happy to hold you up and support you all day. Made me smile. Anatomy fun stuff. Well, now I'm going to show you.
Oh, yay.
Aren't you pleased?
See where I won't follow. So while she looks that up, we are getting close to 300 subscribers right now. Like really, really close. And I'm ready for this. But I'm not quite sure what we want to do about it.
See, look how happy it is. Yay!
Some people will appreciate that way more than me. Show it to the screen.
So here's your C7 vertebrae on its side. Look how happy it is to support you all day. That's that last one where your neck meets your thoracic vertebrae in the midsection there of your spine.
Believe it or not, Katie went to school for all that. She was certified.
Massage therapy, not medical stuff. But we did take actual like medical school anatomy stuff, and I did do stuff with the brain. So massage therapy that manipulates your spinal column and works with all that fun stuff. So I got to take neuroanatomy classes and anatomy classes. It was fun.
And none of that will ever benefit me because I'm nerve dead.
I mean, I've tried.
You're about the only person who can attest to me being nerve dead on any sort of realistic level.
Yeah, the doctors don't believe you, but you are.
Well, they believe me once they see it. Once they see the lack of response.
Yeah, but it takes like your ribs popping out of place and broken lumbar vertebrae and whatnot, and you still walking around for them to see that. They don't take you at your words.
Me that my rib was all dislocated.
Yeah. It popped out just earlier today again.
I didn't feel it. I heard it. I didn't feel it. See if I can... I don't know how sensitive these are. If you can hear that. I guess I'll find out when I edit this.
Yep.
Every bone in my hands have been, not every bone, but a majority of them were dislocated when I was a kid. I got trampled by horses. And all I could feel was the swelling. And I talked to a doctor at some point when I was in high school. And he asked one question along in a series of questions that lit up the light bulb for me and for him when I answered it. Have you ever been electrocuted? Yeah, a lot. What do you mean? We have electric fences and extension cords that have little nicks in them from horses and whatever else. And sometimes they get wet. Sometimes you got to check and make sure they're working in the wintertime. So you run your hand and pull them up through the snow, and every now and then you get one of those exposed ones. Yeah.
In my safety speech about reattaching said battery terminal, I got told where it's going to hurt the most if I do get shocked from the battery. So, yeah, no, you've been electrocuted too many times.
Well, me telling you where it's going to hurt the most is like, I don't know. That's like having a professional, like stunt driver tell you what an accident's going to feel like, because he goes through that a lot. But it's different. It's a different experience for him than it is for you because he's done it enough. Like every time I've been electrocuted with automotive stuff, it's so my one hand is completing a circuit with the other hand, but it's relatively low amperage and low voltage. So the one place it hurts always is in my chest towards my heart. Like you feel it there, but you also feel all your muscles just in between there, just like they all just tense up.
I was electrocuted once. I was doing a fish tank, and it was my first fish tank. Apparently, that's how I learned you're supposed to have that loop. So the water bubbler thing and the filter and all that, it's plugged in, but it's supposed to have like a downward loop so that if anything drips or whatever, it doesn't go to the electrical socket. And I was screwing around with stuff, and water followed, and my arm was numb for hours, and I couldn't feel my fingers for a very long time.
That was AC.
Yeah, that was in the house. That was just a regular outlet.
Different than DC.
Yes, the different currents.
DC hurts.
I know vertebrae. You know amperage. There you go.
It's like
Fix my LED lights, please.
It's like a cattle prod.
This is it.
Which you probably haven't been hit with a cattle prod, but I have.
No, I haven't. That's not how we woke each other up at my house.
Oh, we didn't wake each other up with cattle prods. We surprised each other with cattle prods. We were already awake.
So sorry, I mixed up the stories.
Oh, you're talking about when it wired the electric fence box to the metal frame of his mattress.
You know those memes where they talk about, I didn't think I had childhood trauma, but then I tell the stories and see the faces? I have a feeling there's a few of those faces.
Yeah.
Every time you tell these stories. And it's done.
Yeah.
Did I win?
The whole thing? Yeah, you won.
Yes.
It also says a number about the quality of this. I've not been going easy.
Feels good. I am pleased.
So you still like it?
No.
Might be the only Burley blend outside of Burley Morning Pipe you approve of.
No, I thought there was another one. There was one other Burley. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, the Sutliff.
Yeah.
The SPS 1 Natural, SPS 10.
I don't know how you remember that. Yeah, that one. That one.
I don't know either. It just works. Now, this is fantastic. The next one in this series we have a tin of. You've actually already tried. You just don't know it.
Sounds familiar.
Oh no, actually no, it wouldn't have been that. Where did you get that? That one might have been HH. Yeah, it might have been HH. It might have been McBaron. The Rustica flake that the guy at Edwards gave you to go with your fire dance.
Oh yes. Oh, I think I still have a little bit of that in there with the fire dance.
We have a tin of this, like this, but with Rustica instead of Burley. I don't know if it's barrel aged. Well, it has to be because it's a barrel aged series, but it's number 5 and it's a Rustica cake.
What's that?
You gonna steal my soda?
Damn. It's tasty. Needs rum. That's good.
Dollar store soda.
Which one?
Dollar store Diet Coke. Dollar store cherry. The cherry sparkling water.
That's what that is. Alright.
I thought about adding a splash of vanilla because it's just 50-50 of those two, but it's pretty good by itself. It's just a lighter cherry Coke. I'm cheap. I don't have to have fancy drinks, but I do like a little bit of sweet because I'm diabetic and I like sweet.
No, the price of canned Coke anymore is that's fine. Yep. 2 liters all the way. 2 liter no name.
Well guys, I'm gonna call this, even though I'm not done with the pipe yet, I'm gonna call the video Katie's done. That's long enough for anybody. I need to get another 320. I just like holding this one.
Then hold that one.
Yeah, but you have to rest them if you want them to last. The only pipe that I don't let rest as much as I'm supposed to is my Big Morgan Bones volcano-y thing.
Like the blowfish pieces.
Yeah, you're gonna get it red-brown like mine.
I mean, probably not those kind of pieces. But I do enjoy it.
Guys, sorry, once again, got derailed when I called the end of the video. I also got derailed when I was talking about our 300 thing.
Oh.
300 subs. We are thinking about doing a giveaway. I guess we'll make a separate video for that.
Yeah.
Because these are ridiculously long.
Yeah. Separate thing.
Keep an eye out. I won't put it in the title. I never do. But if you made it this far, you're invested enough. Right? This is an absurdly long video. And I think maybe not every one of these thoughts on Thursday, but a lot of them are going to be this long. Or at least close to.
I guess we just need to get better at calling it after a while. Because we'll just sit here and talk all night.
Well, the whole point was to give thoughts on the blend throughout the smoking the blend.
Oh, that was thoughts on random things.
Well, that too, but I think we're going to have some comparisons and blah, blah, blah. But
Blah, blah, blah.
I really wanted to try this one because I only know of one more place I can get some more of it. And I'm going to get all of it. And I will get it before any of you have a chance to watch this video. So,
Be mad mad at you.
If you can find it, get it. If you have some and you don't like it, please hit me up. Make it worth your while.
Well, alrighty then.
This one might be top 5 for me. Which sucks. Because they're not going to make it again.
Big surprise.
Yeah. Who knew? The one thing Garrett didn't want to find was going to be something he only found in a blend he can't get again.
That's fine. There'll be more. They'll make more.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for sitting with us. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.